First live video that we've done here on Kingdom Fathers, and want to welcome you to the channel. It's going to be a little bumpy maybe because it's live, but that's what we want. So the reason for this video, this is our 4-week, number 4. We've been kind of up and down, I guess, the last couple of weeks, as most channels probably are, but I wanted to share with you a couple of things. One, my background and how I got to this point with the channel. So probably like a lot of people, I've always thought about doing a channel like this or something similar, and never made the time for it, never made it a priority. And as I've gotten older and have more experience with life in general, all the blessings that have been given to me, I realized that it's probably best for me to kind of find my own approach and start sharing that with more people online. And that's the start of this channel. The reason for the title Kingdom Fathers is because, as you could imagine, I am a father of 4. Uh, 2 of the older children are grown and out of the house. We still have 2 left at home that are teenagers. And we've had our first grandson here in the last month. So with that, and owning our own business for the last 8 years, as well as being in the manufacturing and the corporate world for over 20 years, I've got a lot of different experiences, as well as not just in business but in life, and wanted to encourage and to help more fathers be able to figure out what their purpose is in life, put their family and God first, and then start prioritizing around that, and do exactly what I've done and give them a good groundwork, a foundation to be able to build that on. I think there's a lot of channels out there that maybe can do this, but not from a standpoint in which I've had to come through and the route that I've taken. If you see this video and it's not live, drop a comment below if you have thought about a YouTube channel, but something in life, just timing, whether it's experience, whether it's fear, has stopped you from providing a service or um, uh, a help for other people. What was that hindrance for you? Just drop a comment below. I love hearing your story and what's holding you back, because I think that it's, especially as fathers, we focus on our family, or we should be, and that is our main attention driver each day. How are we going to provide for them? How are we going to protect them? How are we going to continue to instill the values that we want in our children, in our family, in our marriage, and then make time for everything else? So I know that you're not alone. There are, like I say, a lot of families like that, and that's why I wanted to put this channel together and to put this in a format where we can continually grow and I can provide value to fathers. And we want to know what your point A is so that you can get to point B. And there's a continuous improvement cycle that always happens, that we may not realize that we do that. Is that in life we should be making a plan, we should be implementing, doing the plan, checking our results, and then adjusting, and then going back to the planning stage. And if we continue that continuous improvement cycle repetitively, we'll see that where we started at, maybe down at one point, we continue that cycle and we get better. So for me, starting this channel, I knew nothing about YouTube. I know, videos, cameras, other than what's on my phone and what computer background I've had in, my life so far. So I have a lot of learning to do. I have a lot of, experience, but not in this. So I've had to learn, get a different laptop that can actually produce and keep up with the video. So I hope this video actually is not stalling out and gives you a great picture. If it doesn't, drop a comment below. Give me some advice, because I'm always willing to learn and want to make sure that we continue to that continuous improvement cycle. So working on lighting, that was another thing. I had to move my office area around and to provide more light. So I'm learning. We've got a lot of things to continually improve on. And as I look back at these new videos, I'm sure that, like most people say, their first videos, they weren't the greatest, and they use them as a tool to continually make adjustments to get better. But we are 4 weeks in, and I wanted to do this screen share as you have up here. This is for our dashboard. There are a lot of metrics on here that I'm learning about, but some of the things that I wanted to go back and look at was, so I did a video a couple weeks ago on our first and second week, and now we're on our fourth. This channel was brand new. As I mentioned, I have never done YouTube. I have only made a few videos, mainly just for small content, local, for our business and things like that. A couple of times I went live on a work site, but nothing like this. Producing content, being intent with that content to reach a specific group of people, for me, is fathers of any age that are looking to improve their life, not just at home, but in business, get out of the rat race of life, do a lot of the similar things that I've been able to do and God has blessed me with, to empower them and to help them navigate that. So with this channel, I started doing and they say this, about every YouTube channel, especially for small content creators, that it's a very slow process. Very few get it to the point of 1,000 subscribers, and they get discouraged along the way, and they fall away, and they don't keep it up. So as part of my accountability, I wanted to do these lives, to do a video like this, so other people who may be thinking about starting a channel can get some insight. I wish I'd have found uh, a video similar to this that showed me the path of growth and what it looks like and kind of behind the scenes. I did find a few, but nothing like I'm wanting to provide. So hope this helps. If you do find this valuable, I appreciate that you would subscribe to our channel, like the content, and add comments. We're going to continue to grow this community and continue to improve. So the first week I only had, I think, 4 subscribers and just about 5 watch hours or something like that. And as I continued to improve, I wanted to look at what content to make. So my focus is on long form content, being videos between the 9 to 20 minute mark, maybe longer for some, video. But for the most part, I wanted to focus on long form. But in that, I realized that with the software I'm currently using called Descript, if you haven't tried that, it's a great software. I would encourage you to go out and give it a try. But it allows you to break your video down into shorts. So going into the second week and into the third week, I realized that, and I started to post a few shorts. And that's really where I got a lot of traction, more than what I ever anticipated. If we go into those and look, we can see there was a lot of activity, and the growth really jumped. How much impressions that I had received, how many views that I had received in total. It went from a chart that was very few, 10 video views, maybe 20 at the first week or two. And then the shorts started picking up, and it really started gaining some traction. And it's not viral by no means, but for a brand new channel, it was encouraging. And so I had a couple of videos that I broke out of a couple of our long form videos. This one has about 1,300, 13. This one's at 12, 11. So you can see there's several at 1,000 or a little bit above. And this is actually only within the last 2 weeks. Most of this right here is probably less than 1,000 views the first 2 weeks. Once I started posting the shorts, it really just took off. And to be honest, the last 5 or 6 days, I haven't put any content out except for this live video. A lot going on in our business and our personal life just didn't allow me the time that I should be devoting to this. So I'm going to work on that. So I wanted to include that because this number that you actually see on here is probably only in a 10-day window. from when the shorts were posted to when they go up and then they die out. If you look at, let's see if we can find an individual video to track its overall content. This one, 1,300 views, and it went up really quickly and topped out at the 1,300 mark, no, 1,100, and then slowly come back down, and now isn't getting any traction. I'm not sure what that is telling me, that it done really well and then YouTube stopped pushing it, as what I believe may happen. If you have more insight on that and what can be done to change that, just like I say, drop a comment. Let me know. I'd be willing to learn and try to continually improve. I've worked on thumbnails and realized that, here's another one, a tip. If you can create the video, log into your actual YouTube channel, not the studio, for your channel, and then hit the add button so you add a new video, what it will allow you to do is add a thumbnail, edit it, and put it on the post. Even if you post it private, it will have a thumbnail. I didn't do that because all the other first, I don't know, probably 10 videos of shorts that I posted, I put on without a thumbnail because I didn't know that that was even something that you could do. So there was a little bit of a learning curve there. I know that there is a lot to be gained from that, because whenever you are posting, it's better to have a thumbnail on those. It gets more retention rate. Maybe it gets a higher click-through rate. So those are a few of the shorts. When I do the long form content, they've went up, but not as much as what I had hoped. So I'm at 56 views for my videos. The impressions at 661, which it says is 1,000% better. So as we grow the channel, it's going to continue probably to get some more traction. Where I saw the most subscribers, though, is from the shorts. I had 4 subscribers, I think, maybe 5, before posting shorts, and then after shorts is where I gained the most subscribers to date in the last 28 days. And I think that's interesting because the overall original thought was I wanted to just do only long form. But what I'm finding is that if I can do the long form, break it down into some sections into shorts that were maybe the highlights of that video, and put them into short form, people are finding those and then wanting to see more content, and are willing to find the right people to build this community, to find the right families, the right fathers who are looking to be better tomorrow than they are today. All of the things that we want to achieve here. And then that's how we will gain our subscribers moving forward. So if you look here, our average or our watch time so far is 47 hours, but of that, most of that is counted from shorts. So the way that I think YouTube works, the shorts view time is drastically different as far as requirements on monetization. So I'm not really counting those in right now as far as our hours watched. Maybe we'll hit it with the short traffic, but I don't know. I don't know if that's possible at this point. I know anything is possible, but with the content we're producing, I'm not looking for viral videos. I'm more looking for my target audience, looking to find those that we can serve and we can help and we can add value to their lives. And that may be a slow process. So I understand that, and I'm willing to do that. I just know that that these videos are genuine. They take a little bit of effort to put in. I've got very little editing on them, just trying to take out some of the ums and uhs that you would think about. I know this one won't have that because it's a live. Doing videos, if you haven't been in front of a camera in this setting, even a live video or a recorded video, it's a different setting. It's hard to get your traction of your thought and what you want. Even if you have notes in front of you and you have something that you want to articulate, you are playing in your mind against yourself. You're thinking, did that sound right? Did it look right? Did it what did I say? Did it come across wrong? You can think of 1,000 different things. And I'm learning to make the content, minimal edit, post it, and just keep that cycle going, because what I want is to continually get better and to strive for consistency versus perfection. And for me, that is one of the hardest things to do, because you want, if you're going to put it out for the world, right, you want it to be not as perfect, not completely perfect, but as nearly perfect as possible. And honestly, that's never going to happen. Your videos are probably always going to look funny. You're going to sound funny. You're going to have, the audio's not going to be perfect. The video may stall. There's a lot of variables, as you can imagine. So I know there's probably people who are watching this that have a lot more experience making YouTube videos, having a YouTube channel. And I may be the one in 2 years looking back at this video thinking, wow, what did my first live look like? And hopefully it'll be something I can look back on and kind of laugh about and have improved to a point where that's possible. What else did I want to show you? There was another, so we went through our long form, we went through our shorts, and then ranked by video. I think that's a really cool way to look at things too. So it goes through and ranks your videos based on how many views and the retention. And the last one I posted, only put a little bit of effort in, as far as it was on my front porch and something that was on my mind that I wanted to share, and I put it out there, and it did probably, I'm not sure, but it's probably one of the worst ones as far as shorts. It only has 242 views right now, and that's okay, because I want to make sure that all the content is providing value. Some may hit better for the viewers at this point in time than others, and we can always go back and edit those and make them better. So we also, if you go back through, I don't know if I can look at a summary for my channel subscribers, where they came from. So 17,500 views, watch time hours 46. It tells you your top videos. Let me see if I can find a information about our subscribers. Here we go. So right here is, there were 5 videos published, long form videos, and I only had 1 or 2 subscribers at this point. As soon as I put out this video and posted 8 shorts, you can see I gained, looks like 8 more subscribers just from this one video. And then it kind of drops down, but off of these right here, these 8 shorts, I gained 4 more subscribers. Same thing here. I posted a video, pulled out some shorts out of those, and gained a couple more subscribers. 1, 2, 1. So about 5 subscribers there. What I'm hoping is that even though this is small, 1 and 2, 5, 1 and 2, 8, as the channel grows and more people find this video, find other videos, and want to be a part of what we're trying to accomplish, that curve will continue to go up. And from my research on other channels that have been around for 6 months up to a year or 2, that is the case. That once you start that ball rolling, it's like a snowball. It starts out really small, and then it goes bigger and bigger and bigger. And the more momentum you get and consistency, the trajectory on that is to a point where, not only do you become monetized, but that is not my ultimate goal. Then you will always have those videos on there continually, what they call evergreen. So they're always being watched, they're always being viewed, gaining more views per month and more subscribers. So let me know if you have any other suggestions from what you've seen on here. I know that as I do these, probably do more lives, I'll probably be able to see a little bit more in the background and be able to share with you more that I learn. The audience itself, 18 returning viewers, 6.1 thousand, so a little over 6,000 unique viewers, people who have been here once, I think. Again, the videos right here, that was a huge spike. Those, when I posted the video and then 8 shorts, off of that video, it really gave me a jump, and then it kind of, went out. And from here, from this video right here, is the short I did on the porch. That one didn't do as well, but after that, this is the week I was mentioning that I really haven't had an opportunity to do a live like we are right now, or any other content. We'll be working on that in the next day or two and posting more. So you can see how that goes. I mean, it's a pretty good start, I believe, for a channel to have really 2 weeks worth of content and be a little over 17,000 views so far. So that may be better than some channels, and maybe not nowhere near as good as others. I'm not sure what to make of the data. I just know that for us, I didn't anticipate having 23 viewers, subscribers, and over 17,000 views in the first 28 days. Actually, it's not less than that, probably in the last 25 days. So pretty good update. Really looking forward to more of the channel, providing content around fathers, about business, about life, and the things that I've learned, trying to apply a biblical principle to real life situations, and giving value to families as much as possible. I've had a lot of experience down the line in my past of coaching and helping, mentoring other men in my life, and that's going to be a part of this channel as well. Just trying to get, maybe you've thought about leaving a job that you've had for 20 years, but the sheer thought of it scares you. Maybe you've thought about wanting to start your own business on the side and not sure how to do that. That's something that I was blessed to be able to do, is to leave a career after 20 years and then jump into a business that I had absolutely no idea what to do or what I was going to do, and to be now 8 years into it, and our company has over 300 5-star reviews locally, and continues to grow. So those are some of the things that I look forward to sharing and helping men get out of that cycle, break that habit, to focus on their family and God, and let everything else work its way out. But the main thing is being able to take a break as a father long enough to get clarity. What do you want out of life? Where are you taking your family? Like, not in a day-to-day or a week-to-week, or even on the thought of where are you taking them on vacation. Those things really don't matter as much as where are you taking your family, your wife, your children, spiritually? Where are you taking them with the time that you've been blessed? Because if we squander the time, which I did early on in my life and have learned to value it much more now, then those things that are most important, they just vanish away. So the reason to start a business and to give yourself a little bit more time freedom is that you can do what you would like, and spending that time with your family and adding value to their lives or to your children's lives while they are young. And that sometimes scares people, scares fathers, scares parents, moms, that they can't do that they would maybe give up something that they've worked really hard for. Maybe that's what they're educated in, but it isn't serving them. They're more of a slave to the system than they are serving to their family and to their faith. So there's a lot of things I can share. Video's probably 24 minutes in, and this was really focused on YouTube and getting a new YouTube channel started, being a creator instead of a consumer. I feel like I've consumed content for the last 20 years for some reason or another in my life, and it wasn't necessarily all on YouTube. But at some point, I think that I needed to transition from the consumer of content to a creator of content. And that's taken a lot of time to learn, a lot of new skill sets, and getting to a point where you get outside your comfort zone, just like starting a business or leaving a job, or changing the way you're eating. All these things that you may do during the course of life. You have the most growth in life whenever you do things that are hard. And that's where you see the and a lot of times the biggest pain areas are the ones you come out of the strongest. Not just in your day to day, but in your spiritual life, in your family, raising your children, having those hard conversations with them, with others around you, is how you get clarity and how you focus on what is important. So I think that will do us for this video. I'm going to go back real quick, hit the dashboard, and we've got a couple of new achievements that were unlocked. I wanted to go over. It just says, you've reached 5,000 views. Likes or videos are getting a lot of likes. We have an audience I'm wanting to grow as well. I'm working on in the background a landing pages and links that will go in all the videos down through here that I will edit, and learning how to cross direct those back and forth so that they're linkable. And if one person, if a person watches one video, then go to the next one. Putting them into playlists was another part. The first week and a half, I didn't have any playlist, and I started putting those in, in hopes that as a person watched one video, they would be able to watch one right after another if they wanted to, or listen to it. I know for me, I find that I will be driving and I'll put on a YouTube video but not watch it, and I'll listen to it, and that video will end and then go to the next one. Or when I'm out working in the yard or working on our jobs, I may listen to an hour or more of content and never watch the actual video, but I was getting what they were saying, through the audio, and that's the intent with these playlists. So I'm not sure about the podcast. I'm thinking about doing that. That's more of a adding these in as a schedule set, say every Monday at a certain time, doing those as audio podcast and adding them in here as more content. I think that would be really good too. Um, I wanted to go live. I've got that one on there where it's going to be more, I'm sure. And then learning this background. If you see my picture up here on the left, and then our logo and the live version of the screen, that's all new to me as well. That's a new software that I have been using for about a week now, maybe a little over a week. I believe it's called Eevee Mux, and I found that and researched it heavily, looked through a lot of the videos. And the one reason that I wanted to use this one specifically is because it will let you incorporate Bible into this, as far as if you wanted to put a window here with scriptures and do the lessons and that kind of thing. You can share your screen, you can share PowerPoints. Really, the options are unlimited, and it's letting me actually do this video as well with the live. So a lot of good things, learning a lot, trying to muddle my way through this and grow this channel. I hope that, like I said, you find this valuable. Maybe you can relate. Maybe you can are at a point in your life where you are like me, or are like me, is that you feel like you've watched hours and hours and hours of content, and you want to put stuff out, but you're scared to death to get behind the camera like this or to talk. And it doesn't happen. It's not something that happens overnight. Put your camera, you can see it. Yeah. Put it up in front of your face and hit record. You don't have to post it. Just get used to speaking in front of the camera. Go back and listen to it and make your adjustments. I did that for months before actually even starting this channel. So it does. It takes a lot of nerve. It takes a lot of determination that you want to do this and you want to create something that essentially for you has never been in existence. And another thing that I've found that's really hard to get over is starting a YouTube channel. You want to look through the thousands or millions of channels that are out there, and you think to yourself, why would someone want to listen to me? Why would they want another voice in the world? Well, one, no one has your experience, no one has your background, and no one can tell the stories and experiences that add value to other people's lives like you. And when I realized that about me, is that I have a unique set of skills and talents that God has blessed me with, and that every day that went by that I didn't use them, I honestly felt like I was wasting my talents, like the parable of the talents. I was burying mine and not putting them forth. I don't have, a lot of sports abilities or things that I'm really super athletic or PhDs, but God has given me a lot of other talents. Being able to problem solve, being able to be a good listener, being able to encourage others, mentor others, those types of things. Provide content that is not on video, but in the world and talking with people. I love helping people go through the difficult paths of life, like job changes or raising children and homeschooling. That's another thing. We've homeschooled our two young children since they were in elementary school and getting ready to have one of those two graduate this week, which is a huge milestone. And if you'd asked me that, you know, um, 8 years ago or 9 years ago, it wouldn't seem feasible or even possible that that's something that could even um, we would be where we are. But because of that continuous improvement cycle I mentioned at the beginning of the video, wanting to know, getting clarity about what do you want in life? Do you want your family to just go through the routines? Do you want to break free from that? Do you want to have some time freedom, financial freedom, some uh, time to study and to put God first in your life? A lot of times we're working 12-hour days for corporations or for whatever, and we get lost. It's mundane. It's a day in and day out, and every day is a new day. Every weekend comes and goes, and we look up and we're 50 years old. So I'm wanting to help people break out of that cycle, learn more about that, and provide value to them, coach them through that. We've done a lot in the last 10 years of our life and our family's life of, like I said, leaving a corporate job, homeschooling our children, starting a business, becoming more faithful as New Testament Christians, and being there for our children, giving them biblical examples and guidance and helping them. Those things are what I believe are lacking in our world today. And the more that we can speak up, speak out, and be a voice, even though it's uncomfortable, maybe it's not what you're used to. I believe for me that is a value and a talent that I'm going to use to build this channel and others in the coming years to continually reach as many people as we can. And before I end on this note, we're 32 minutes in. The whole part of Kingdom Fathers, obviously, is based around our faith and the the New Testament teachings. And I found that by doing that, it really centers our life back around Christ and around his church. And then from there, everything else is so simplistic because the decision making, the thought processes that come from that, it changes your world lens. Instead of looking at it from the lens that I looked at for the first 28 years of my life, it was materialistic. It was what could serve me, and not always selfishly, but just ingrained into us as a society. We're thinking about that. We're thinking, what can I get for my family? What can I do for my family? Where can we go on vacation? And you've got this mentality, and then that gets you in this rat race of, well, I'm only making this much per week, and to get to that, we're going to have to work more overtime. We're going to have to do this and that. If we pull ourselves back away from the world and we focus on God first, our family, everything else will work out. And that is true so many ways. Um, Not in just your personal life, but in business, in raising children, whether it's homeschool or not. Those foundations, they are set so firmly in and around the New Testament, around Christ, that they they can't be moved. Like they are truths that will uphold against all kinds of attacks. And that is something that I want to share with more and more people, is that we are just passing through. The only thing that we can take to heaven with us when we leave this world is our children. or those around us who are faithful, that we show them the way, we show them the gospel. And all this other stuff that we have, the YouTube channels and the office or the truck, the home, they really don't matter at the end of the day, because life is but a vapor, right? And we are just here 1 minute and gone the next. But I want to now take this time that I've been given, to add value to other people's lives. And through YouTube and this channel, you have the potential to reach millions. And I didn't have that before this channel. I didn't have it before sitting in front of this camera, but now I do. And for that community, for those individuals who want to see this and want to grow, who want to be a better father tomorrow than they are today, a better husband tomorrow than they are today, this is your home. This is your place. This is where we're going to continue to grow. I want to add community. I want to add service. I want to add courses, whatever it is that will help you focus in on, get clarity, and change the direction of your life, because we've had the most abundance of blessings because of our change of priorities and how God has put us in different places to help us grow. And by doing that, we are able to do things like this, start this channel. And it's just been a really exciting time. And I really am looking forward to how many more videos could be made. What's the content? Of the things that I've talked about today, if you have something that you're curious about and you want to learn more about, and you've thought about for your family, that you want to leave a job, you're scared to do it. You want to start a new business, but you're scared. Maybe pulling your kids out of public school so that you can spend more time with them and homeschool them. That's something that we've done. Maybe you're looking to get your physical life in order. You want to lose weight. You want to get to the gym. That's something that I've done in the last 4 years as well, in the best shape of my life, and the way that I fuel my body and how much clarity I have, and being able to go 16, 18 hours a day full on and get so much done by the way that I fuel my body. There are a lot of things that help empower fathers, that they can lead their family, that they can instill in their children while they have time, the values of the next generation. And just remember, when we're raising our children, we aren't just raising them for the world. We're raising the next generation of husbands, the next generations of wives, of fathers, of mothers. And that is a task that God has blessed you with, that we shouldn't be taking lightly. We shouldn't be taking for granted. And we should want them to know what the Bible teaches, so that they can be faithful and they can follow God. They can obey the gospel, and they can lead their family, their children, their grandchildren to the cross, to eternity, right? And so many times I think we miss the mark on that. We don't focus on what we should, and we put material things first. So that's the effort of this channel. I hope this video finds you well. I know for a first live, I've maybe rambled a little bit, went through a lot of numbers and likes and subscribers, and we're going to do it some more as I post more content. Love to have more comments below. Let me know what I missed, what you want to know more about, how you enjoyed the video or not. I love feedback. I love criticism. I'm always looking to improve. So again, this is James with Kingdom Fathers, and I hope you all have a great day. Follow us, like, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Have a good evening.